अब ऐसे वक्त में there is only one alternate. That alternate is hypnotherapy. क्योंकि hypnotherapy only can change your destructive thinking into constructive. Hypnotherapy में क्या होता है, 90% of mind power can be brought under use to keep a check on uncontrolled growth of the cell. Now that uncontrolled growth of the cell can be controlled by positive thinking, by developing rapport with those particular cells. Every cell is having a nucleus, and that nucleus is a unit of mind power. That mind power is governed by our main mind power. So now a thought is an impulse. When this impulse travels to our cells in a positive way, it keeps our cells healthy. If that impulse converts into negative, it brings uncontrollable growth to that cell, resulting cancer. Now that cancer cell starts developing very slowly till it does not reach second and third stage. Symptoms are not seen on the body. And it is not the cancer which is responsible for aggravation. It is the diagnosis part. When it is done by the doctor and patient come to know that he is a case of cancer, so his imagination aggravates his condition from second to third stage. So this is how the onset of cancer takes place in the body. Till today, medical science has not been able to know the etiological cause of cancer cells formation. But cancer cells are the result of our destructive thinking, which leads uncontrolled growth in the cell. So we have to keep positive thinking. And one most important thing which I found, through lucid dreams, we can direct our subconscious mind to keep a check every day on every cell. If any cell is having uncontrolled growth, we can tell our inner mind, you give us an indication through lucid dreams. And if we come to know the uncontrolled growth of any cell, at the same time we can take precaution. We can use our mind power to have total control on that abnormal growth of the cell, and we can even control the stages of cancer using power of the mind. So on our group I have mentioned how hypnosis can be used as a chemotherapy, how to avoid complications of chemotherapy, and the most important, to avoid repercussions of chemotherapy, is to enhance the immunity of the patient. Time to time, if you increase the immunity, patient will not have nausea, vomiting, patient will not have that thought of fear for further aggravation of the cancer stage. The most negative part in cancer is patient think that now he is going to lose his hair, his face will become black, he will look ugly. Cancer means a great stress to the patient's mind. Now we have to keep control on this negative thoughts, destructive thoughts. We have to tell the patient that there are thousands of cases of cancer who survived to a very good life. So it is not the disease cancer responsible for early death, it is the fear of the patient's mind which affects your immunity. Immunity is lowered because of your fear of death. So if we can help the patient to overcome fear, if we can enhance his immunity by positive thinking, constructive thinking, I think cancer patient can survive like other patients who are not having cancer. I did a vast research on this. Many patients in the In the past, I have treated with the consultant of Cancer Hospital in Indore, and I came to this conclusion that if a positive suggestion is given to everyone during sleep hours, that during sleep, my all cells in the body will be healthy and the growth will be normal. My destructive, negative thinking will not have any negative effect on the cells. So these are very important aspects as far as, because prevention is better than cure. You see, medical science, medical doctors become helpless. They have to give chemotherapy to save the patient. But giving chemotherapy, the radiation is not killing only the cancer cells. The radiation is killing the good cells also.
Yes.
All other organs are, you see, chances of heart attack increases. Our digestive tract is affected. Whole system is affected by chemotherapy. Now, why our mind cannot work like chemotherapy? Whatever the mechanism of action of chemotherapy is there, our mind also can have the same positive radiation for the body. The mind is free from phobia. If mind can improve the immunity, the uncontrolled growth can be brought under control, and patient can recover. Pain can be brought under control. And the most important is, we have to convince the patient subconsciously that there is no fear of death. Cancer patient also can survive for a very long life. It is the word cancer which is a killer, not the disease itself. So, most important part, every day when we go to sleep, we have to carry one positive suggestion in our mind when we are on the borderline of wakefulness and sleep. Day by day, during neurogenesis in the body, my trillions of cells are healthy, and there will be uncontrolled growth will not be there, because even if I suffer from stress, even if I don't get sleep, even if I am disturbed, it will not have effect on my cells. My cells will remain healthy. My immunity always will be strong. Whenever I smile, whenever I enjoy, it will boost my immunity. No medicine in the world has been made by any scientist to boost your immunity. There is no medicine till today. Immunity is not boosted by any medicine. Immunity is boosted by your self-confidence. When you are in a fearless state of mind, because your cells are very much closely connected with your thought. The more you are scared, what will happen to me tomorrow? You are preparing your mind for that stage for the next day. Whole night, your subconscious mind will be working for the degeneration, for the repercussions. No, sleep with a positive affirmation in the mind that day by day my immunity will improve, my mind and body will remain healthy, and every day I will feel more energetic, free from any kind of phobia. No TV news, no press news will affect my mind. No adverse effect will take place. So this uncontrolled cellular growth has to be affected by our mind power. We have to tell our mind, during sleep hours, those chemicals will be produced which can affect the abnormal growth of any cell. So I don't think because hypnotherapy is not chosen even as a last resort in India. In America, they are using hypnotherapy on first stage for changing the thinking of the patient for speedy recovery. But in India, people are not aware. So it is chosen as a last resort. I am not aware for other cities, but I am confident that in Indore, I get patient the moment he feel or he is detected with the cancer problem. So you have to prepare the patient mind that chemotherapy repercussions will have less effect on your mind because you will develop more resistance towards those drugs which have side effects. So even patient undergoes chemotherapy in the daytime, in the night time, he can have the repairing part using his mind power. Only he has to improve his resistance power, he has to improve his immunity power, he has to overcome the fear of cancer. And he should go with one positive affirmation that when I will awake next day, I will keep myself occupied in positive aspects. Presently, every patient is occupied with a thought of cancer in his mind. Even if he is working, even if he is busy in doing some work, there is a constant hammering going in the mind that I am a cancer patient. My future is in dark. Why he cannot have a reverse? My future is bright. My willpower is strong. And I will be the winner. It is few cells which are against my body. But in comparison to those few cells, there are trillion of cells to face those uncontrolled growth. And I will support them. You support the uncontrolled growth, the cancer cells, by your negative thinking. Why? You yourself is responsible for bringing second stage to third stage to fourth stage. Because constant hammering is going on. You just have a reverse. Your fourth stage will come to third stage will come to second stage. And there are chances you may overcome cancer. Mind only can reverse the disease. And this reverse is possible only by your positive contribution, because regeneration of cells can take place only if there is a constructive thinking.
Yes.
Degeneration will take place if there is a destructive thinking. Why your cancer is going fast for second, third and fourth stage? Because you are responsible for that speed by your own constant thinking, destructive part. And there are number of cases reported in Reader Digest. Those patients who were happy, those who said no, life is in the hand of Almighty, and I want to serve the society. Start thinking for others' health. Your health will improve. You are making your health worse because all the time you are thinking for your health. You bring a change in your mind by thinking for others' help. Krishna has said in Gita, think for others' problem. Your problem is secured in my mind. Your health is with me. So we have to break the vicious circle developed by our own destructive thinking, by our own negative thinking. We read more on Google on cancer. We read articles on blood cancer. Whatever cancer has been detected by the doctor, we become more interested to know about that cancer. So the symptoms which are not present today, we invite them by our knowledge. 60% information on Google is not correct. It is not written by experts. Everybody is sharing his knowledge on the Google. So Google is not a forum of medical experts. Whatever information comes on WhatsApp, if it is related to your disease, you accept without any objection. Why? Already there are so much storage of negative thoughts in your mind, and you are every day you are adding those informations which are not required. You have to carry only one suggestion. Even if you carry lot of negative and destructive thinking whole day, carry one positive suggestion when you go to sleep. Day by day, my mind and body is becoming healthy. But leave this sentence with your subconscious, and subconscious has 6 hours to work on this session. First, he will repair your mind for a positive aspect, and through your mind, it will affect your body for a sound body. And when you will awake, you will feel very relaxed. Don't read any articles on cancer. Don't discuss anybody. Those who give sympathy, be away from them. Sympathy also aggravates your condition. Tell people, don't discuss about my disease. I am not interested because now I am no more patient of cancer. You have to keep away not from the disease of cancer, but from the thoughts of cancer. And this is in our hand. And those ladies who are not having proper lactation, क्या अंजू देखा होगा बेटा, कई लेडीज जो हैं प्रॉपर फीडिंग नहीं करवाती बच्चों को, और
सही बात है सर.
they don't want, they are not interested for feeding for a year, और थोड़े
Yes.
दिन बाद में they take those medicines ताकि दूध सूख जाए.
Yes.
वो दूध सूखता नहीं है, वो दूध है ना जमा होके वो सिस्ट बन जाता है. That cyst converts into cancer.
Yes. Yes.
Very few people are aware of this fact. एक लंप बनता है वो, क्योंकि you are going against the nature. God has provided lactation. God has made this computer arrangement that milk should flow freely for the child at least for 6 months to 1 year. But what you are doing? To maintain the figure, you take certain medicines to stop that lactation. You are going against the nature, and that milk converts into a cyst, which becomes a lump and converts into benign or malignant cancer.
I think this maintaining the figure is another fad given by Western media to ladies. झूठ है.
Better whatever it is, but we are responsible, na? Because we have to face the society. When we have a discussion with other ladies, they tell, I also took the medicine and nothing happened. I am okay. But she herself is not aware that she is developing a lump which will convert into cancer, because it all depends upon person to person. It depends upon your resistance power. Some develop early, some take time to develop cancer. It depends upon the age, your resistance power, your diet. So many factors are there.
Can I
I've
share
treated
one?
more.
Can I
हाँ
share one experience in this
हाँ बेटा
context?
बोल. हाँ
Like what you said is absolutely right. और एक मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन रहा है कि आजकल जो जिन लड़कियों की शादी लेट होती है,
हाँ
they also tend to have lumps in the breast. Reason being, after a particular age, when their desire to become a mother or to have a
हाँ
strong urge, when it aggravates, ये लम्प्स या वहाँ पे वो जो डिपॉजिट्स बनने शुरू हो जाते हैं, तो इट हैपन्स एंड डॉक्टर फिर उसको कैंसर के तौर पे या सिस्ट के तौर पे लंप के तौर पे बोलते हैं, बट दोज आर बिकॉज ऑफ देयर फीलिंग्स और द डिजायर्स व्हिच व्हेन आर नॉट कंट्रोल्ड और आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, दे डायरेक्टली
बिल्कुल.
डेवलप दोज लम्प्स.
बिकॉज
तो
मैंने
शादी
आपको
सही
बताया
उम्र
ना,
में होना भी बड़ा सही है.
बिल्कुल मैंने आपको बताया ना, a thought without action converts into
Yes.
cancer. If you don't have an outlet, delay in any aspect, it is not delay in marriage only can be one reason, delay in so many aspects. Ladies being very sentimental, very overthinking by nature, even if they are constantly thinking, they are worried for some or the other aspect, that will create a lump in the body anywhere. It is not the particular breast part is involved. They can have a lump below their armpit. They can have lump in the back, because I have seen number of cases coming with lump on different parts of the body, and the cause was unknown. In allopathy, etiological cause today is unknown. I presented one paper in international conference at Mauritius. That was the conference of doctors discussing on immunity and motor neuron diseases. So I told them that whatever I've experienced in my years, I found that it is emotional stress which is responsible for the onset of cancer. And that emotional stress, if it is not shared with anybody, that thought converts into cancer.
सर
You
8
have to
मिनट और
open your
बचे हैं.
heart.
सर 8 मिनट और बचे हैं.
तो मैंने अपने ग्रुप के ऊपर I have shared so many things, wonderful results I got for IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. It is a psychogenic disease. There is no treatment in any medicine for IBS. Then I have shared stroke, how you can have control and cure of stroke by neuroplasticity. Brain has its own ways, neuropathways. Now that also I will write on the group, how you can use the power of neuroplasticity to help a stroke, to help a paralysis patient. Then how to safeguard for the side effects of chemotherapy, how your mind can work like chemotherapy on the body. The most important is how you can safeguard your body to avoid cancer cells by having happy mood, by having confidence, by repeating a positive thought in the mind every day. So these are the aspects I am right. I have written 50 pages till today on our group. My aim is by end of this month I will complete 100 pages. And this will, I challenge Dr. Hitawat, challenge this booklet. Nobody in our country has written on these subjects. They have not covered these topics with practical aspect. And whatever I am sharing the transcript, they are based on my years of treatment with wonderful results with the team of medical doctors. I was fortunate to have allopathy doctors. One Dr. P.R. Tiwari, he was MBBS. He worked with me for 20, 30 years, having very minute observation regarding subjective, objective changes taking place, regarding effect of positive thinking, negative thinking on the body. We did so many experiments. Why I kept my title of my course, clinical and experimental hypnosis, because it is not only the clinical part, will be covering the experimental part, and this booklet is self-explanatory, which will show that how we can help from headache to cancer. I am covering all the topics. I have covered painless delivery, I have covered vision, how to help a congenital blind case. So every aspect, every day I am giving 2 hours only for preparing this booklet. And this booklet will be only for my students. I am not going to sell in the market. This booklet will be a synopsis of my 50 years of experience. And retired DSP Ajay Singh Chauhan will agree because he has worked for a longer time with me. Kyo Chauhan sir?
Yes, I agreed. But sir, is there any specific suggestion to kill the cancer cells?
Specific suggestion is only one thing. देखिए, एक बच्चा, माँ के 2 बच्चे होते हैं, एक डाकू बन जाता है, एक राजा बन जाता है. उस डाकू को समझाइश देके वापस ठीक किया जा सकता है. उसी तरह से अनकंट्रोल्ड सेलुलर ग्रोथ को आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं यूजिंग योर माइंड पावर. वो मैं ट्रांसक्रिप्ट डाल दूंगा इसके ऊपर.
ओके, राइट. So
वो ट्रांस के अंदर ही, हाँ, ट्रांस में व्हेन देयर इज अ बर्स्ट ऑफ अल्फा लेवल एंड
सर 5 मिनट और बचे सर.
और एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? आज राजेंद्र जी आए कि नहीं?
है ना राजेंद्र सर?
सर गुड इवनिंग.
राजेंद्र जी
इवनिंग में हूँ, लेकिन एक्चुअली सिग्नल बहुत वीक आ रहे हैं.
नहीं, लेकिन आपको मेरी सब आवाजें सुनाई दी कि नहीं?
हाँ सर, ऑलमोस्ट सुनाई दे रही है सर.
तो आपका क्या कमेंट, क्योंकि आज आपका ही टॉपिक रखा है मैंने पूरा.
नहीं सर, ये मेरे लिए टोटली डिफरेंट चीजें हैं जो मेरे लिए बहुत जरूरी था. काफी हद तक नई चीजें हैं जो मुझे सीखने को मिली.
आप क्या है कि आप कैंसर विशेषज्ञ होने के नाते कैंसर होने के बाद इलाज करते हैं. हम चाहते हैं कैंसर नहीं हो, इस पे राजेंद्र काम करे, तो ये ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए बहुत बड़ी सर्विस होगी.
नहीं, वो बिल्कुल डेफिनेटली सर मैं करूंगा, मैं बिल्कुल करूंगा. उसके लिए मैं अपने लेवल पे कुछ प्लान भी कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन अभी कोरोना ने अपने को फ्री नहीं कर रहा है. ये जब तक फ्री नहीं होंगे इससे, क्योंकि अभी बहुत सारी चीजों के साथ हमको भी स्ट्रगल करना पड़ रहा है. नहीं, और इस ग्रुप के ऊपर आप डेली पढ़े, मैं पूरा चैप्टर कैंसर पे डाला है मैंने. जी मैंने देखे. पूरा पढ़ा तो नहीं है आज का, लेकिन थोड़ा सा थॉरोली गया जरूर हूँ मैं.
मैंने पूरा मेडिकल टर्म सारे यूज किए, शरीर में कैसे क्या होता है
जी.
मेरा भी पूरा रिवीजन हो गया है इसको पूरा लिखने से.
सर
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
3 मिनट
बस. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन पूछ लो अनीता.
सर मॉर्निंग बोल रही हूँ सर. आईबीएस का मुझे थोड़ा सा, अब जो कौन सा एफर्मेशन डायरेक्टली देना है वो थोड़ा सा
बेटा वो मैंने मेंशन, वो मैं इस पे ग्रुप पे डाल दूंगा.
हाँ वो अच्छा रहेगा. तो अभी फिलहाल आज ही मुझे एक पेशेंट ने कांटेक्ट किया है, वो आईबीएस का था. तो
चलो, मेरे को तुम्हारा टेलीपैथिक मैसेज मिल गया, इसलिए मैंने आईबीएस पे लिखा आज.
इसीलिए मैंने सर से बात
की. We are developing telepathic relation. Soon you don't require WhatsApp. We'll have direct connection.
और सर आप वो अल्कोहल का भी देने वाले थे ग्रुप में.
अल्कोहल का भी डालना. अभी मैंने क्या, मैं एक टॉपिक सब कवर करते जा रहा हूँ.
ठीक है
ना. मैंने टबैको पे डाला था, गीता ने बोला तो हाउ टू हेल्प अ टबैको च्यूइंग पेशेंट, है ना. स्मोकिंग और टबैको कवर कर लिया. ओके बेटा, तुम्हें अच्छा लग रहा है ना?
हाँ सर, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
इसको वर्ड फाइल में तैयार करते जाओ तो एक अच्छी बुकलेट हो जाएगी, है ना. और जिसपे स्क्रिप्ट चाहिए वो मेरे को अलग से मैसेज करता जाए, तो मैं उसको कवर करता जाऊंगा. ठीक है अनीता.
अभी विजन के लिए भी सर ने डाला था.
हाँ विजन के
लिए भी आपने डाला था ना एक.
हाँ, कल फिर अपन इसी टॉपिक को आगे बढ़ाएंगे.
मैंने फिंगर विजन के लिए ट्राई कर रहा हूँ डेली.
ट्राई मत करो आप, ट्राई डू इट, डोंट ट्राई डू इट.
मतलब 3 फिंगर टेक्निक रोज यूज कर रहा हूँ मैं.
बिल्कुल
ट्राई नहीं कर रहा हूँ, रोज यूज कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं करिए, आपको बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट मिलेंगे.
बिल्कुल सर.
ठीक है ना. और आज भी मैंने काफी कुछ डाला है, उसको पढ़ना. आज स्ट्रोक के ऊपर डाला है, हाउ टू हेल्प अ स्ट्रोक पेशेंट.
चलिए ओके, अपना टाइम समाप्त होने वाला है. गुड नाइट सबको.
Good night.
गुड नाइट, बाय
गुड नाइट
बाय बाय मैम।
Good
कैसा
night.
है?
मिलते हैं।
बाय बाय।
Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Good night.
गुड नाइट
Good night.
सर, नमस्ते भाई साहब।
ओके
Namaskar. Namaskar.
नमस्कार।
बाय।